Okay, folks, I'm sorry, it's 7 o'clock right on the nose. Sorry, I'm running late. I call this November 18th, Rye Township Board of Supervisors meeting to order. Please rise for pledge of allegiance to our flag. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you could join us in a moment of silence, please. Okay, first order of business is citizen participation. This is for items that are on the agenda. Do we have any? Hearing none, we'll move on to approval of the minutes. This is the October 28th Board of Supervisor meeting. I didn't have any comments or anything on it. Anyone else, comments, corrections?
No, I didn't,
Questions?
didn't have anything.
With that, I'll make a motion to approve minutes. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Charlie seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Minutes of the October 28th meeting are approved. Thank you for those, Tanya. Persons to be heard, we do not have anyone. Municipal reports. Zoning officer, so we have 5 items and no invoice, right? Oh, well, far enough, thank you. All right. For a total of $1,126.25 to JHA Companies.
And there's a second.
And there's a second invoice, pretty close.
One is, one's zoning and the other is engineering services.
Okay, are they payable on the same check?
Yeah.
Okay, so, I'll make the motion to approve payment of the $1,126.25 and $1,122.20 to JHA. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Sean second, all in favor?
Aye.
Put these out here, if anyone wants to take a look at those, and sewage enforcement. 4 items. Several invoices, $350, $100, $200, all payable on the same check. Yeah, okay, I'm making a motion to approve payment of those 3 bills to Frederick Siebert Associates for sewage enforcement. Do we have a second?
I'll second
Charlie second, all in favor?
Aye.
Payment is approved to FSA. Let me make sure I get all of that together. And that takes us to item C, road report.
Charlie has that.
Charlie?
it. That's me. I've been shadowing the guys a little bit from here from time to time. There was, they replaced a broken water line in the old police department and replaced some damaged ceiling tiles, cleaned up a down tree at Millage Gap and idle roads. Johnny's been helping Willie with the CDL training. Rick, Lien, they were doing some cleanup work on road paving project. Cleaned up some stuff in front of the building, replaced some screws in the roof. A little bit of leakage up there going on. They cleaned leaves out of the drains. Service truck number 1, and they installed a light bar on the old backhoe, which made a big difference for nighttime. They've been placing 2A modified along the edges of Mountain Road and Pine Hill Road. Some of you's been up there, the drop on either side. They gotta keep it up, nothing lower than 3 inches, I believe it is, it's allowed. So they finished that up sometime last week. And they're gonna have a road inspection on that tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, was that?
That was it.
Thanks, Charlie. We should also talk on this. There's a couple of trees on Lamb's Gap that look like they're on their way down. Did you notice?
I haven't been across Lamb's Gap for a while.
Can you take a drive up there and
Yep,
take
I
a
can
look?
do that.
I think the biggest one is as you're going up, especially after you make the right hand 45, not 45, I think it's 90. But anyway, start going up the hill. There's a pretty, it looks like it's slowly creeping down. I'm not sure what we're gonna be able to do.
Yeah, as
but
dry as
big.
it's been, if we do get any rain, it's liable to, all right.
Let that
Well,
go.
I'll probably be around tomorrow because I'm gonna join Rick and them guys out there. Maybe Johnny and I can leave here and we'll go up and look at
Take a
that.
look at them.
Okay. That's the one, I thought there was another one up there. Again, you haven't been over that?
I have not been over that way for a while.
Something makes
Been
me
a
think
couple
there's
weeks.
two, but you're gonna drive up.
Yeah, I'll
thank
I'll
you
look
for
into
that.
it.
for that. Okay, that takes us to the rec board report. There's no report this evening, no meeting.
No, there was no meeting.
Pardon me, Laura?
There was no meeting.
Okay. Okay, emergency management report. I don't see Jim or Kurt here, so I assume that we do not have a report from them. Financial treasurer's report, Tony?
Mid-Penn Bank General Fund checking balance October 1st was $416,497.42. Total receipts of $300,876.02, which included the ARP funds that were deposited and transferred, for a total of $717,373.44. Expenditures of $317,786.49, plus payroll and all of the employment taxes, pension, and waste, whatnot. Those expenditures total $368,652.30. Interest earned of $499.19 with a balance November 1st of $349,220.33. Penny and general checking account, beginning balance $2,312.75. Interest earned 29 cents. Balance November 1st, $2,313.04. Penny and American Rescue Plan funds, money market, balance October 1st, $234,368.97. Interest as of the transfer was $44.18, leaving a balance transferred to $234,413.15. And that was put into the Mid-Penn general checking for the tractor mower payment, and now has a balance of $0. Bank of Landisburg General Savings Account, balance October 1st, $2,533.78, interest only of 65 cents, leaving an ending balance for November 1st of $2,534.43. Mid-Penn Bank Liquid Fuels Checking, beginning balance of October 1st, $126,757.37, interest of $138.88, leaving a balance of $126,896.25. Transfer to Bank of Landisburg to pay the paving bill for this year of $116,993.65, leaving a November 1st balance of $9,902.60. Bank of Landisburg Liquid Fuels Money Market, beginning balance $2,719.62. The deposit for the paving of $116,993.65, interest of 67 cents, leaving a balance of $119,713.94, minus the paving of $116,993.65, leaving an ending balance of $2,720.29.
Thank you for that, Tony. Takes us to resolutions. Resolution 25-33, transfer of matured investment CD at Bank of Landisburg to PLGIT CD. Bank of Landisburg was 413%, rate for $57,936.30. It's going to 5-month CD, 4 1/4. Thank you, Tom. $57,936.30.
The bank interest rates are all dropping, but it's still maintaining 4.25.
That's good. Thanks for getting us involved in that, doing all the research to make that happen. Resolution to pass Resolution 23, or motion to pass Resolution 25-33.
So moved.
Second,
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 25-33 is approved. Takes us to Resolution 25-34, authorizing issuance of individual procurement cards through PLGIT, purchasing limits set. Tanya, if you could give us the backstory on that again. I know
Right.
you spoke to me about it.
So PLGIT has a program they call it a P-card program. And what it is, we take a specific amount of money out of the township coffers and put it into an account that's just for those cards. So unlike a credit card, we're actually borrowing against our own money. When that money's not used, we're gaining interest on it while it's sitting there. Each individual that the supervisors would assign, this would all be very controlled. So just for example, let's say Charlie, Jim, and Sean each have a P card with a $500 credit limit. If they don't use that, the money's gaining interest the entire time it's sitting in that special fund just for the P cards. Should they use it, they would hand in the receipts to me at the end of each month. I would reconcile everything to make sure everything matches, and then I would do that transaction through the accounting software, just like I would if it were paid any other way. And then I would put that money back into that account to start fresh the next month, so that we always have the same amount in there, plus any interest that we would gain. So it's a way of giving the guys in particular a way to purchase things that they need at places other than just where we have an account.
The guys being the road crew.
Right, the
Not
road
guys.
crew, sorry, not
That's
me,
what-
yeah.
just wanted to be clear.
So, for instance, right now, if they need something that they can only get an account, we have an account at Home Depot. So they may have to run all the way to Home Depot rather than going somewhere more local where they could get it and wasting all that time. So the hope is that they'll be able to save some money because I could order things online more easily than, because currently I'm using my own and then handing in the receipts. But we can hopefully save money that way, but also save time without having them run further away to use accounts that we have. The things that need to go around this to make this work are specific guidelines as to what they can use it for. Obviously, nothing personal. It has to be only township property, in which they will have to sign an agreement. There will be an agreement drawn up of the provisions that anybody that has a P card has to abide by. I can let you look at this, Mike, if you wanted to. Are you familiar with PLGIT? Okay.
Yeah.
And then the amounts, the cap that they're allowed to spend per month also would be set by the supervisors. So the whole thing there'd be a lot of guidelines to using it. It's about a 6-week process once we even get this paperwork all submitted to PLGIT. So we have time to get all those things in place and get them signed. So I think that explains it.
Okay. And when you worked at Duncan, you have experience, used this same
I also
system
used
there?
it at Liverpool, yes. Yes.
And Duncan
Liverpool
and
Borough
Liverpool.
and Duncan, yeah.
Okay.
I set it up and used it there, yes. And if you use it a lot and spend a lot of money, you get kickbacks from that as well. I don't think we're ever gonna meet those
Get to that,
thresholds.
get to that.
I don't know
Right.
if we want to call them kickbacks.
Well,
It's cashback. It's cashback.
it's like your credit card paying you
Yeah.
dividends for using it, it's that kind of
Just
thing.
didn't want it to be
It's your
misinterpreted.
Right.
And the limit that you.
There's no, this is just simply authorizing us to proceed with getting it set up.
Okay.
There are none of the details are in there, that's all something that we will need to work
Okay.
on, and I'll put something together and send it to all of you and get your feedback. And the legality part of the agreement, as far as, if I can't find the guidelines from PLGIT, I'll reach out to Mike with what we need for that.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure PLGIT has something, on their website.
Motion to approve resolution 25-34.
I make a motion we approve it.
Eric makes the motion.
I'll second it.
Sean second, all in favor? Aye. Resolution 25-34 is adopted. Thank you again, Tom, for pulling this together.
I think it's a good thing, really.
Oh, yeah.
They can use it to go Tractor Supply, Somerdale rather than Arnold.
Yeah,
Fisher's is right around the corner.
Yep.
yeah, it's. It may be a little easier to keep track of too than just regular credit
They're-
and even accounts.
Right, well, they're very good about giving me receipts,
So,
but,
yeah.
I just think this is gonna give them more options
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully keep them closer.
All right, that takes us to resolution 25-35, transfer matured investment CDs at Mid-Penn.
I'm planning on putting all of them into PLGIT.
Okay, and the account numbers here are blank. We don't
Because
the
I don't
account
have them
numbers
yet until
okay.
I transfer them. I won't know what the account numbers are until I get them set up.
And I'm sorry, so it's going from this to this?
Yes,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay, I just want to be sure that I.
Yep,
At 4.25.
yes.
Yeah, so going from 3.91 to 4.25, 4.44.
Yeah.
That was, oh, that's just
Okay, so, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this. We have in the budget to transfer $40,000 from the general fund to, or, I'm sorry, from the solid waste reserve into the general fund, that's part of the budget.
Okay.
So, because this is basically that amount, I thought I would transfer it, see if we need it, and whatever remains, I will then put into a new CD.
Put it in
I'm
a
sorry.
Oh, no,
I
that's
forgot-
all right, that's all right.
forgot
That's
that
all right.
I-
didn't know if I was missing something. Okay. Thank you for your clarification.
Mhm.
And then the last one is 3.85 to a 4 1/4, $87,291.18. Make a motion to approve resolution 25-35. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Sean second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Resolution 25-35 is approved. Taking us to new business, item A, the tax assessment millage review for 2026. Tony, can you give us?
Yes,
rundown, please?
so our taxable assessment for 2025 was $191,249,400 for the entire township. And our millage rate was 0.9 with an anticipated tax revenue of $172,124.46. Since the tax assessment is finished, our proposed assessment for 2026 is $319,219,410. The first year of a reassessment, you cannot raise taxes. So we have to reduce our millage rate so that it works out to the same amount we're getting right now. So the new millage rate for 2026 will be 0.5392.
Okay, that's the suggested, we have to make a motion to
Right,
approve that.
and our budget did not have a tax increase part of it, so that would be the millage rate. And I just wanted you to all understand why it has to change.
Okay, was there anything further before we
No,
I'll make that motion to revise our millage rate from 0.90000 to 0.53920 to maintain revenue neutral status
for 2026.
for 2026. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Charlie second, all in favor?
Aye.
That is approved, and that's a good thing. All right, thank you, Tanya.
You're welcome.
Present a draft of the 2026 budget, 20-day public review period with tentative adoption at the December 16th meeting, and authorize advertisement for the same. So we're just making a motion to approve the advertisement at this time, correct?
And we advertise it for adoption at the December meeting.
Questions, concerns, motion?
I'll make a motion for the advertisement.
Advertised, yeah.
Okay, is that a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, advertisement is authorized for that. Resignation of the rec board members. Okay, so we've got a couple here.
That's,
This is
those
planning.
clipped together are, I think I stuck that planning note on there, because that's down further on the agenda. But that whole group is all letters from the rec board.
Okay. Do you need this note back, or this is for later? This is for me?
It's for later, you can keep it there, you're gonna need it then.
Yeah, okay. Well, these folks have put in a lot of time, so I'll read through each one of their, a lot of time on the record. Rye Township Board members, please accept this as my resignation from the Rye Township Rec Board Committee. It is with sadness that our attendance has declined over the past couple of years. The community does not have the interest in our events that it once had. I've enjoyed all the years of service I have given to our events. However, with the decline in attendance, I no longer have the desire to continue going through the motions for something that isn't well received. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve our community for the last 15 years. Sincerely, Darlene Campbell. That's it. With great regrets, I'll make a motion to accept Darlene's resignation from the rec board. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Sean, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Please accept my resignation from the Rye Township Park and Rec Board Committee. Over the past year, our attendance has dwindled, having very few people at our events. Without a park and playground, there's nothing to attract families with children. With knowing this, I feel that I am no longer able to make a meaningful contribution to this board. I am grateful to have had this opportunity to serve and meet so many wonderful people in this community. Sincerely, Glenn Campbell. Motion to accept Glenn's resignation.
So moved.
Second. Glenn's resignation is accepted. All in favor? Aye. At our last several meetings, we discussed what was in the best interest of the township and its residents in regards to the Rye Township Parks and Rec Board. We've been having low resident participation in our events for the past 2 years. We believe it is just not practical to continue holding events. With much thought and consideration on how to move forward, we have voted to request to have the Rye Township Parks and Recreation Board be dissolved. We would still like to encourage the township to support and sponsor the Rye History Night and possibly consider the fishing derby in the future. Sincerely, members of the rec board. And I'm sorry, I should have held that one till last because I think we're going to have some comment from our solicitor on that. So let me go to the last one.
I think that's the same letter.
That's
Isn't it?
It's the
one
same letter.
signed by Barb Fitzsimmons and the other by
Yeah.
Laura, Brenda Little,
And
Laura
Kelly.
Fetter, Brenda Little, and Kelly Little. But it's the same letter.
Mhm. Looks like it.
It was through email, they just printed off because we couldn't all get together at the same
Okay,
time.
understood. All right.
I'll make a motion.
Oh, I'm sorry, Charles, yep. I just wanna make sure I'm done. Okay, yeah, so these are, Mike, these are regarding the topics that you and I had discussed earlier, and I think you said you were gonna look into some portion of that, so I didn't wanna have us make a motion until you have an opportunity.
Well, they're not really saying that they're resigning, they're just saying, right? They're just saying.
Well, I think it's a combination, so, and Mike had some comments earlier regarding having a rec board, and I'll let Mike speak to it.
Yeah, so according to the second-class township code, it's at the discretion of the board of supervisors whether or not they want to have a rec board. And that code indicates that when a rec board is created, it's created by ordinance.
Okay.
Okay, so if the board should decide, to disband it, you'd have to disband it by an ordinance. So it's not something that you could vote by resolution or anything like that. You'd have to actually have an ordinance that you'd have to advertise and pass.
Okay.
And then, so, I mean, that's ultimately, the question beyond that is, does the board think that there's, merit in having a recreation board? Do you want to advertise and see if maybe there's other individuals that might be interested? It looks like these two members didn't specifically say that. I mean, they're sort of saying it to disband it, but they're not really saying that they're resigning from it, that maybe, they want some direction. So, maybe they are, but they just didn't come out and say it. So I think, you'd have to make a decision as to whether or not you want to still keep it and try to get more members that might.
So we could keep it even if there are currently no members wanting to participate in it. It would still exist.
It would
We
still-
just don't have,
Yeah, and I would then advertise at least for, a while to see whether or not there might be some individuals
Okay.
that might be interested before you make a final decision on it.
okay, yeah,
I mean, that's one thing you could do.
okay. Yeah, I'd rather not
Yeah.
dissolve the board.
Right.
If folks want to step away from it and all they need to do is resign or express their desire to resign, that frees them of that, but we can still maintain the board itself. So, like you said, if people want to
Get new members.
get re-involved or something, it's there.
Right,
Okay,
yeah.
so,
And again, you couldn't just dissolve it by saying.
we're just saying it's dissolved,
Yeah.
yeah, we'd have to do an ordinance.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so then, correct me if I go astray here, so I'm gonna make a motion to keep the rec board, but accept the resignations of, well, we already did Glenn and Darlene Campbell. This is Barbara Fitzsimmons, Laura Fetter, Brenda Little, and Kelly Little. So motion is to keep the rec board in place, but accept the resignations of the four folks I just mentioned. Second.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Has that covered it, Mike? Okay.
Yeah, did you all vote aye?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. One that is with regrets, but, and then this other one.
That's later.
Thank you, Sean.
Keep this all together.
Okay, yeah, that does come later. Greg also? Tommy? I'm sorry, Greg also?
No, the term
No,
expires.
that's at
Just the terms
that's
are
later in the
expired.
meeting.
Okay, well, yeah, no, I know that. No, I know
Yeah,
that's,
yes, Greg and, yeah,
Kenny,
yes.
they're the terms that are expired.
okay, their terms are expired, have they,
Ken does not.
Ken
work.
does
I know that Ken does.
Yeah, I have not talked to Greg.
Okay, Okay, that's what I was
But they
trying to
meet,
clear up. 'cause-
they meet
'cause
December
Greg's new.
2nd, so we can
Okay.
find out, yeah.
Okay, you know, because you're on.
Yeah, I think he intends to continue.
Okay,
I mean,
okay, good,
that's-
good. All right. Okay, so that does take us to this one here, item D, resignation of the driveway permit officer dated October 27th to the supervisors and residents of Rye Township. Effective immediately, I am terminating my township employment as the driveway officer. While I have enjoyed meeting new residents and those current residents that have needed my help, for me, it needs to end. I am thankful for all the support I have received during my time with Rye Township and the many lasting friendships I have made. Sincerely, Eric Simmons. Make a motion to approve or accept Eric's resignation as driveway officer. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
We thank Eric for his
For his service.
service to the township. Do you want to keep that as?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Backup generator for township building quote. That is in this pile here somewhere,
Yes, it
right?
is. So, the last generator, the generator that we currently have was put in March 2nd of 2012. And we've had it worked on numerous times, just since I've been here, and it is no longer working at all. I know they had it worked on last year as well. So we got an estimate from Element Power and Air, out of Carlisle, of $7,850. That would remove the old 17 kilowatt and install a new Generac 7259, 18 kilowatt next generation air-cooled standby generator with electronic fuel and ignition control and advanced remote diagnostic using the Field Pro app. And the quote is for $7,850. We do have this budgeted for next year. However, it is not working at all.
Yeah,
And if
we
we
should
get a
get that
storm,
Yep.
they can't get the doors open,
Mm,
and the
Yep.
chains are way up,
Yeah.
and they can't pump any fuel.
Mm,
So I was hoping we could move on this now, and he probably, at this point, he wouldn't get it done until sometime in December, which means we can still pay it in the 2026 budget.
Is there any trade-in residual
Yeah, that's
value
what I
to
was gonna
the,
ask.
to the old one?
I mean, I think this is a really good price.
Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't questioning, I
I
just didn't
didn't,
know if we can get
I
something
don't,
for it, or
I don't know. I did not have any discussion with him.
was it just scrap, is it metal scrap, and we just?
I mean, that would be my assumption.
Okay.
You need a new anchor for your boat?
I'm sorry?
You need a new anchor for your boat?
Yeah.
Anybody know what the hours is?
I do not know. On the one we have, I don't know.
It's just not starting.
It's,
Dumping money in it.
yeah, we just keep dumping money in it. I wanted to go back through and look at what we've spent, and I just ran out of time to do that. I was trying to see if I could find any paperwork as to what we had paid for that one, but I'm not seeing a quote. Do you remember?
Before my time.
Okay.
Sorry, yep. I didn't know you didn't have a copy.
I didn't know anything was going on.
Yeah, I thought, didn't I give Troy?
I might have it, but I think I lost it in
I'm pretty sure I gave you each
I might have
one.
lost it in the stack of stuff I have.
Okay,
Oh,
and
here
is
we-
this fully what we need, or should we consider
Higher.
something even, higher, or is this, I mean?
I honestly don't know that much about them.
Okay.
Johnny and them seem satisfied with
Okay.
this. If Charlie would like to talk to them and then talk to this guy,
I'll talk
I'd
to
be
Johnny tomorrow.
happy to have somebody
Because
else.
keeping the lights on is one thing, but is it gonna be capable of running the furnaces and
Everything else is
everything
required.
else? That's what you gotta look into.
The only thing I would say is that I don't think we can wait
Yeah.
too
What-
long to do something.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve that quote and purchase of it. contingent upon Charlie, you know,
Yeah, I mean,
not
if we
finding
could-
something tomorrow.
If you could bump that up
Authorize
from
it.
18 to 20 and still be in that figure.
For only
So-
another
We
$500
budgeted,
or
we
something.
budgeted 10,000 because I didn't know what the quote was going to be. So you could authorize up to $10,000 if Charlie wanted something higher than that.
Okay.
The other option that I'm aware of is that you can make the motion to approve this, and that if something changes, I can poll the supervisors and we can ratify it at the next meeting.
How about I make the motion to approve up to 10,000, and that way we get it done, because
Okay.
we need to get it done.
Yeah, because normally when you spec these things out, you always have somebody come in and say, well, you got 2 furnaces, 3 furnaces, whatever, the
Mhm.
garage doors, lights, and whatever else.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't part of this discussion,
Well, I'm
so,
just getting into it, so.
yep,
Okay. But I think it's probably something that should be looked into.
Well, he must have been looking at this for a while, because it's an estimate date of August 29th.
August 29th.
right, and that was right after I started. And I actually think Brad had the initial discussion with him about
He might
the
have.
generator.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
I'll look
Yeah.
into I'll
Great,
see
great.
Johnny tomorrow.
Okay, so making that motion up to $10,000 for replacement generator. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Charlie, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Approval to purchase a new building generator up to $10,000 is approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tanya.
And I have his phone number, Charlie, if you want to call him as
Okay.
well.
I think it's on here.
Oh, it is.
Okay, that takes us to the blue sticky. Item F, expiration of planning commission member terms. So Ken Quigley's been on planning for
Long time.
He's been on and off.
on and off,
Yeah.
but yeah, Ken has done a lot.
He
for the
called me and
township.
told me that
He's-
he did not plan
He
to.
made that announcement.
Continue?
Yeah, he made
Did
that
he?
announcement at the
Okay.
last planning commission meeting too, yeah.
Okay.
So I just wanted to give you
Ken's
some time.
term- Yeah, appreciate that. So, and Greg Weldon recently came on board,
Yeah, he's only been on for a little while.
but both of their terms expire the end of this year, the
So we would need to
31st.
reappoint them at the reorg meeting.
Yeah.
But we'll need to find somebody to replace him.
Kenny, yeah.
Anybody in mind, or have you guys discussed
Nah,
that?
we haven't talked about it, but
How many do you have? Do you have a?
we have full 7.
You have a full
yeah.
7?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so at this point, there's no need for a motion, Tanya, right? This-
No,
this
I
is
just,
a
like I said, it's just
informational.
informational.
Information for a manhunt, or woman hunt, as it would be.
Item G, solid waste account lien review.
All right, so I gave everyone a copy of, I've reviewed all of the delinquent trash bills. And I put together a spreadsheet of the high ones. I'm not positive how many are on here, 25 maybe. The lowest one on here is $449, and they go up to 4,000, over $4,000.
4,000.
Some of them
3.
are already liened, which I have the liens, the lien amounts and the lien dates as well. They total $54,587.57. This obviously hasn't been looked at for a while, and it's something we need to get a hold of. Because that money could be sitting in the refuse fund instead of taking money out of CDs to help balance the budget.
I think we were gonna look for some advice or guidance from our solicitor, or is that correct?
Yes,
Were
and
you
I already
able to
had
talk
some discussion with him
Okay.
before the meeting about it. I'm gonna send him, our ordinance, by the way, does state that we can discontinue trash service. However,
Yeah,
I
should
know
be,
that
though.
it's,
That's the-
right,
yeah, that's the
and I
other-
understand that, but I was it was interesting to me that it actually does
It actually said
have
that.
have that in there. I'm going to email the ordinance to Mike tomorrow, and he's gonna review it. I mean, we can do liens. Some of the old records that I went back through, we actually have gone the route of the MDJ as well.
Mhm.
And there are provision for fines of up to $600 in our ordinance. So we just need to do something because this
Yeah.
can't continue.
Oh, yeah. Mike, any comments at this time?
No, I mean, I think we could probably collect on some, a good number of these.
Okay.
I've done this for sewer and stormwater, debt, and other townships, so it would be the same sort.
Okay.
There's a couple of different avenues you could pursue.
Okay. So no motions required
No,
this evening?
it's
This
just
is just informational?
informational.
Okay, so the board's trying to take action to collect on these trash accounts, and just a minor revision, just for typo's sake, in case you do a sort or search, about the 12th one down, the street is misspelled,
Are you looking at Bellevue?
Bellevue, yeah.
Okay.
I just want to point that out, so in case you do
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
I
all right,
see it.
that's all right. But this is perfect, this is great,
That's-
thank you for pulling this, this is
Mhm.
what needs to be done, thank you, Tanya.
So we only have like 25% of it means.
Yeah.
Okay. Appointment of, item H, appointment of planning commission secretary.
Yes, Brenda Little, and Laura, thank you Laura, attended the planning commission meeting, in November, and they did minutes. Brenda would like to continue doing it, so if,
You need a motion to
Appoint.
appoint Brenda for planning commission, and Sean, since you are, oh, well, any comments or anything before we
No,
make a
she was
motion?
fine.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
If you'd like to make that motion, since you have the motion, okay?
I'll make a motion to appoint Brenda Little, the planning commission secretary.
Okay.
I'll
Second,
second
Charlie?
that.
All in favor? Aye.
thank
Uh,
you.
Yeah, thank you for doing the legwork to get that replacement,
Laura did
and, Laura, thank you very
Laura.
much, very much appreciated. Is Brenda here?
No,
No.
no.
Okay, that takes us to announcements. November 27th, 28th, and the 1st, the township will be closed for Thanksgiving and deer season. There'll be no change in trash collection schedule. December 2nd at 7:30, right here will be planning commission meeting. December 16th at 7 PM will be the next board meeting. And then December 25th and January 1st, the township will be closed for Christmas and New Year's. And no change in trash collection for those either. January 5th at 7 PM will be the township's reorganization meeting, organization meeting. Takes us to approval and payment of the bills.
General fund check numbers 18,460 to 18,482 in the amount of $55,796.86. No checks void. Payroll checks number 8596 to 8600 in the amount of $4,947.58. No checks void. We only had one payroll since the last meeting, so.
Okay, I make a motion to approve payment of the bills. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Charlie second, all in favor?
Bye.
Aye, bills are approved to be paid. Thank you, Tanya. And that takes us to the second citizen participation. Rebecca, you're up first.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure you probably know what I'm gonna speak on. The township website states they extend a special thank you to all the volunteers who have given or are currently giving of their time and abilities to help make and keep Rye Township, Perry County a great place to live. But the lawsuit against the park does not thank volunteers. The rec board requested dissolution due in part to some of the issues brought by this lawsuit. And even though the RTCA invited the rec board to hold events at the park again, volunteers are quitting and most likely will not return to help this community. With new leadership and the retirement of the 2 employees who started and pushed for this lawsuit, is there a plan to move forward as a community? This township has spent an estimated $20,000 in targeted enforcement on solicitor fees. Another $15,000 in taxpayer money was spent on DEP permitting for the township property due to involving them in this ball field issue. How does continuing the lawsuit and spending more taxpayer dollars benefit the community? The taxpayers are only losing their money and potentially the park by continuing the lawsuit. The lawsuit is looking to obtain $98,500 from a nonprofit that barely has enough money to continue to keep the park open to the public each year. Past township board didn't want to maintain the park, but now, thanks to volunteers, it's been turned into a cherished asset again in the community. The community has voiced their desire to drop the lawsuit, whether publicly in meetings, by phone calls, or by emails, stating their issues with this. They want better use of their taxpayer dollars. This community has memories of their kids or grandkids playing on the playground or watching a ball game. All of those things will just be memories with no new ones being made if the lawsuit continues. There are plenty of reasons to drop the lawsuit and for the supervisors to work with the RTCA to make the park the best it can be for the residents. There was a DEP permit obtained, meeting the requirements of state and federal regulations. Certain employees are no longer in positions of influence or power, and the public has voiced their wishes. It seems when I joined the RTCA, both parties had a long tradition of not liking each other. And if that is what this board wants to continue, then so be it. But for the betterment of the community, the 2 parties should at least work together to end this suit. We again reach out to the township to work with us for the community's sake. The RTCA was awarded grant monies to maintain and improve the park for our community, but we cannot do that work with this ongoing lawsuit. If the park closes, the community loses our Stager playground, ball field, access to Fishing Creek for fishing and trout stocking, parking for township events, and our gathering place for parties and community events. I would like to see a vote or some sort of discussion by this new board on whether they should continue with this lawsuit or if they would like to see an amicable resolution. Thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca. Can you provide us a copy of your letter?
Sure.
All right, thank you. John, you're up next.
Yeah, my only comment would be I'd like to see some sort of comment, but I'm guessing we won't, so. Thank you. It's sad, but thank you.
Deborah Littleton.
I'd like to stand.
Mm-hmm.
I spoke to you folks last month regarding the lawsuit, and I gave you my information. I want to thank the newspaper for putting it on the front page of our local newspapers. What a shame that had to happen. I think that the township supervisor's job is most likely probably a thankless job. You don't get a lot of thank yous in this kind of business, and I want to at least say thank you. Charlie, thank you for coming on board. Feathers get ruffled at times, and we all know that. And it's time to let bygones be bygones. Use your common sense and stop spending our tax dollars on this lawsuit. And to the solicitor, Mike, I don't know your last name. I spoke to the person that was here last month, Bruce. And I made this comment to him too. Use your common sense. Use your good judgment. In the tough economic situations we are in now, we don't have money to waste our tax dollars on such a frivolous lawsuit. Please advise them to drop the suit. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Deborah. Jackie, comments?
I don't have anything.
Okay, thank you.
Besides, I would like the lawsuit to end too.
Understood. Okay, thank you. Okay, that's all that signed on the board. Did anybody else have it? Okay, thank you for those comments. I'll make a motion to adjourn. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Someone second? All in favor?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just
Meeting is
thinking-
adjourned. Pardon?
I'm just thinking of some things.
Okay. The meeting is officially adjourned as of 7:50.